can I say about this guy? Now, I've purposely saved this guy for last. Okay, so Cubs, bear with me. This is the last guy. I've saved this guy for last for several reasons. I think he was one of the last ones to get the game ball, even though he had been consistent pretty much every game. He was our leadoff batter all season long. He was the pitcher. If we needed him to be the second pitcher out of 3, he'd be the second pitcher out of 3. If we needed him to be the first pitcher, he'd be the first. If we needed him to close it, he'd close it. Whatever we needed, this guy would do. Catch, pitch, first base, whatever it was, this guy was always there. Never talked back, never complained, just shook his head and went for it. This is another guy that I can tell you absolutely loves the game of baseball. Guys, hang with me here. Now, on the very first day of practice, it's kind of Cubs tradition that what we do is we round everybody up, something like what we have now. We get in a little bit of a half circle, and we go over. I ask each kid, okay, I introduce myself, and I say, okay, I want you guys, depending on the age, as they get older, it's supermodels. When they're younger, it's cartoons, okay? I want to know your name, your favorite professional baseball team, and your favorite cartoon. So as we go through, and we get SpongeBob, and I think we had an iCarly mixed in there somewhere, which I voted for too. And then we got to Gus. And Gus said his name. He said his favorite pro team is the Boston Red Sox. Hey guys, that's the guy's moment in the spotlight here.
Give him a chance here.
And then we get to the cartoon. And the cartoon, he says, cartoon. And he looks just totally perplexed. Like, I can't even believe you're asking me to say this. So he's kind of shaking his head and trying to think of one. He says, I don't really have a favorite cartoon. So you don't watch any? I don't watch cartoons. I said, well, what about TV show? MLB Network? So the Major League Baseball channel was this guy's favorite show. So that kind of goes to show where this guy's mind is at. This is another guy that throughout the year, it was a pleasure to coach because every kid kind of brings their own thing that you start with at each level. You kind of start at a different spot with them. And with Gus, a lot of it was internal for him. How to get over it if you miss a ground ball, or how to get over it if you walk somebody when you're pitching. And to be talking to somebody about that at 8 years old is pretty impressive. And this guy definitely did that, and I think this guy was consistent all year long. He probably would have had a game ball every game if he wasn't so consistent. But nevertheless, it's been a lot of fun, and I know this guy's you'll find this guy at a park, at a field, probably in the backyard, anywhere that there's a patch of grass and daylight. This guy will probably be playing baseball. Gus